I don't remember the first game I ever completed, but if I had to guess, it was probably something like Kirby's Adventure on the NES. It wasn't the hardest game, and it had a save function, which definitely would have helped. But I do remember the feeling. Finishing a game back then was a thrill, and honestly, it still is. One memory that has stuck with me was beating the lost levels on Super Mario All-Stars. That one was tricky. Sadly, the save file is long gone, lost to an aging battery inside the cartridge. Another maintenance job to add to the list. But I did have the foresight at the time to grab a camera and snap a photo of the screen. Not just as proof, but for preservation. I've spent most of my life documenting the moments that matter. Capturing memories has always been an important aspect of my life. I used to make audio tapes and take photos in my early youth. Then as I headed toward my teenage years, I was lucky enough to get a camcorder. And me and my friends would make silly videos, recording ourselves playing out, having fun, enjoying our carefree youth. What I never had before, however, was a good way to capture my gaming moments on the screen. Even until very recently. For my YouTube videos, I usually film straight from the CRT. It's an honest way to show the game as I see them. But I've always wanted more options. Now, as a YouTuber, I get a lot of offers to review products on my channel. Most of them I politely decline. It's not really what my channel is all about. But one offer stood out, not necessarily because of what it is, but because of what it can do, especially for someone like me. The product is this, the Cloner Alliance Box Pro. A standalone video recorder. Honesty is always important to me, so I want to let you know that they were kind enough to send this item to me in return that I feature it on my channel. But as always, I will be giving my honest thoughts. What I do like right away is it's a standalone product. No need to run a PC alongside my setup. It captures up to 1080p at 60 frames per second. And thanks to its pass-through design, there shouldn't be any noticeable lag. The packaging is of a nice quality, as are the manuals. I also like how small and neat the product is. It would be very easy to hide away within a setup if you wanted to keep it as a permanent feature. On the front are some basic buttons and an IR sensor. And on the rear is all the input and outputs. It includes a remote, but no batteries. And it also comes with all the cables that you need to get started. As a retro gamer, the Cloner Alliance has some nice features. Obviously it can capture HDMI sources, but it also comes with this cable, which can support component, composite, and even VGA. There's no internal storage, but you can just plug in a USB stick or an external hard drive and then you're good to go. There's no SCART or S-Video, but I use my FrameMeister to convert all my retro consoles to HDMI anyway, so it works for me all the same. The first time I tried it, it just worked. I expected it to be fiddly or temperamental, but it was surprisingly smooth. There are a few settings and options on the device, all intuitive enough to navigate. But what is useful is you can pull up the menu and it won't show on the recording. Like I say, it shouldn't produce any lag, but I did notice some when I was playing my Super Nintendo. But there are many ways to bypass the signal by splitting it. I haven't had it long, but my early impressions are genuinely positive. As you can see from my captured footage, it does a great job. It really has captured the image and sound well. And what you see here is the default settings out of the box. I'm sure with more fettling you could get an even better image. I really had planned to go through exactly how to set this up, but it's just so simple and works out the box. It really is just plug and play. As I mentioned, all my consoles get upscaled through my FrameMaster to HDMI. But the beauty of this product is you don't need to do that. Obviously it comes with a cable for VGA component and composite. But here's the real reason I said yes to this review. What this device can actually do for myself. As I mentioned earlier, I spent most of my life documenting memories. I have wonderful footage of myself, my family and friends growing up in a little village in the English countryside. Thanks to the Cloner Alliance Box Pro, I can now digitise all my old videotapes and camcorder recordings, preserving over 3 decades of memories, laughing, reminiscing, reliving the ridiculous things we got up to, the long summer days, the carefree moments we didn't realise were fleeting. How lucky we were to have each other, and how fondly we look back. And as I mentioned, that's the beauty of this kind of technology. Not what it is, but what it can do. For me, it can preserve a little corner of history. It won't mean a lot to most, but for the few of us who grew up together, it can mean the world. My YouTube journey is all about remembering and reliving the past, and tech like this can help me on that journey. And for that, I'm truly grateful. Thank you for spending time with me today, and I hope to see you back here soon.
Taking pictures of him. It's classic.